Okay, hello, welcome back to another video. This might sound a little bit deja vu if you saw my other video, which most people probably haven't, but anyway, I'm making another doll. Yes, I am. This doll is definitely going to be way smaller, because I already made it. I'm making this intro after I made it, and you can make a doll along with me. It doesn't really require any specific tools. I just used random stuff that I found around my room, mostly. Yes, you do need clay, polymer clay, you'll need acrylic paint, and maybe random scraps of fabric, but I literally use actual different scraps of fabric of clothing. I keep them if they get ripped or broken or whatever, and I keep them and for these specific projects. So yeah, that's how I make the clothes. So just have fun watching this and making something along with me if you want to. Right now I am making scraps fabric pants. I'm using my own pants as a template, but have all these different things, so if you're wondering what all those things were. But anyway, that's the intro. See you in the video. Okay, I'm gonna interrupt the music here. So like you see here, I was struggling on the face quite a bit, but we're gonna move on from that. Right now I'm just creating the upper body, the chest, the neck, and the shoulder joint. I sticked a hole all the way through the middle of the chest, so part of it's hollow, so that the wire that makes the arms are all connected, so it's more secure. During this part, I'm directly sculpting on top of the wire. Basically, how I made the joints is just leaving a gap between the two clay parts, if that makes sense at all. So far I have cut off the legs twice now, just because the upper body did not proportionally look right. So take your time on this as well if you're making a doll along with me, because it is very important to have proportions look, like an actual person. Otherwise, it's gonna look wonky at the end. So I'm done with the belly. I did add an extra kind of joint between the chest and the belly, so it would be able more to bend over. With my last doll, it wasn't that posable in that area. Like I said before, how I made the joints is just leaving a gap between the two clay objects. Now this was my prototype drawing that I did before. Like most things, I did actually not to go off of the drawing. Like her outfit, she's not an aviator, she's more of a city girl. But one thing I did keep the same is that she does not have part of her left arm. I guess I decided that she was born like that. Either way, if she was born like that or not, I'm gonna let you guys fill in the blanks of her story. Into the oven they go. Okay, so it came out of the oven. This can come off. I'm gonna have to find a way to secure that a little bit better. This is what it looks like, and I have not tried the armature yet of this. Okay, so that does work. As you can see, what I'm going to do is use this knife to kind of take all those chips out, just to make it a little bit easier movement. Now before I put it in the oven, I hollowed out the chest part, not all of it, just the part of the arms and shoulders. And then right now, as you can see, I sticked a wire through, and then I added some tape just to give it more reinforcement and to cover up the sharp parts. Now this is the doll I made before. As you can see, we have a wrist joint, elbow joint, and then up there we have a shoulder joint as well as an upper arm joint. And as you can see, the wire's going through all of it, and the parts that are joints don't have any clay between them. Okay, so the arms are going to look better probably eventually. What I'm going to do right now is start on the legs. So I'm going to be starting on the upper thigh. Basically, a lot of all of this is trial and error. With everything, I guess learning is trial and error. What I'm going to have is the thigh joint, the knee joint, and ankle joint. Okay, this is a reminder that you can simplify parts of the body or whatever, and it will look pretty much fine. Like this foot right here, I simplified it quite a bit, but it still looks like a foot, and it's cute. You don't have to do all the toes. It makes it look more creepy in my opinion. So right here, I'm finishing up the arm joints, and I probably could smooth this out for quite a bit longer, but eventually you're just gonna have to find a stopping point. Okay, well, this guy is going to go into the oven. And of course, I could smooth everything out and work on this probably for another hour, but I think I'm just gonna put it back in the oven. This can be double baked. As you can see, the more white clay is not baked yet, and this is baked already, so. So as you can see, it came out of the oven, and I'm using a knife right here to clean up the edges to make it able to pose more and be more posable. Anyway, for the paint, I was struggling with what kind of skin tone I was going to give her. I didn't really know, and I didn't want to give the same skin tone as my other doll, which it kind of ended up doing. But, you know, that's besides the point. I started with a base of whites, but I did add distilled water to the paints after it was all mixed to just give it a thinner, more watery, kind of smooth paint to it, because it looked kind of a little bit better when it's on the clay thing. It is not required whatsoever. I just had it in my bathroom because my family uses it sometimes. So if you don't have it, of course you won't use it, but like it's not that big of a deal is what I'm trying to say.
I just need to calm down and not be stressed. So I'm gonna maybe mix some stress, but like.
So I just added a little bit red to the ready mixed mixture to get a different tone. I usually add it right here and blend it out with my finger. Let's see, where else do I add it? Around the neck area, the knees, just any kind of place that you want more dimension. And then on the face, I do below the nose, the cheeks, and the ears. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, you know, whatever like strand of hair that's connected to each other, like this one right here, and little by little I am going to glue it on to the head. I kind of feel like I'm a hairstylist like right now, because like I'm going to be like gluing it little by little all the way around, and I need to figure out what part I want to do. What I want to do is kind of like a current bang look. I definitely want the ears to be showing as well, so this is what I love about making dolls. There's so much diversity. You have sculpting, you have clay, you have crafts with yarn, you have sewing, you have paint. I love it so much. It's so fun. Okay, well, this is giving that rag doll. I'm gonna put a picture up here. That rag doll, that like the color of the hair and everything like that. And oh, I don't know if I like this. Hats time! Of course this is not my doll, but this is the kind of like the hat that I wanted for my doll. I cut out this paper thing kind of template, and I think I made 8 triangles of this out of a sock. So just use whatever you have, whatever fabric you have around the house. And then I made like a visor kind of top thing to create the, I guess I call it the Newsies hat. Okay guys, do you think it's too big? Oh gosh. So I'm trying to make overalls, some old pajama pants, they're not mine, but I made a little template right here. Don't ask why, there's a color on it. The main thing why I like to use this is this fabric, just the checkered and everything like that makes it look really cute. And I also think it's a good contrast to the hair color, so. This is getting somewhere, but I definitely want the legs to be more baggy. Now I'm going to actually just cut this side part right here and just add another piece and then glue that to both the sides just to get it baggy on its own without me taking it off again. Okay, so she needed an undershirt. I do not have a pattern for this because I just made it up as I went. I am sorry. Do you guys like her feet? I guess I thought they were cute. Okay, now we're gonna make her a little friend stuffed animal. I wanted to create her something like else for her outfit, like an accessory, but I didn't really want to create another bag. So here we go, we're making a stuffed animal. If you guys don't know what needle felting is, it is basically wool fibers tying together to create a harder fiber. If that makes sense at all, the needle just entwines the fibers together. And then with some brown and orange color pastels, I just gave it a little bit more color. Now, it is a sheep, but it doesn't really look too much like a sheep, and don't look at it too closely. So I put the stuffed animal right here. Yay, it is done. And I guess I'm gonna take a couple pictures of it for you guys to see a little bit better. Usually that's what I do and out in their natural environment.